Did you? Oh, wait a minute. Okay, there we go. Now, did you miss me? It's the awesome bearded one, Minister CJ, and I'm back with Common Insight, finding God's stamp on everyday life. Let's hop into it. Today, we're going to talk on something along the contents of relationships. Now, I know most of you have been in a relationship, and some of you are in one now. Either way, I'm sure you know what goes on in a relationship. And some of you players might even have an extra person outside of your main relationship. And we call that a side chick, of course. And for girls, you might have a side dude. But let's just stick with side chick. Let's keep going. UrbanDictionary.com considers a side chick as a mistress. Basically somebody who's not in the main relationship, but they're still a part of it. That, of course, you have to keep on the hush, right? You know what I'm talking about. Well, I hope not. I hope not. So, of course, I had to think about God and how he's supposed to be the main and the first thing in our lives. And it brought up the question, is God your side chick to life? Now, bear with me. I know this kind of seems crazy, but it's actually some good comparisons to what we call a side chick as far as a regular relationship and how we treat God. Let me talk about it. So think on this. A website called phoenixnewstimes.blog.com has a list of ways to know you're a side chick. One of the ways is if they are not into labels when it comes to your relationship, or they're not really fond of holding hands or doing stuff with you in public. Or maybe when you are out with them or talking to them, you notice that they always have their phone on them. Same thing for church. People love to talk about how dedicated they are to God and going to church every Sunday. But nobody likes to have the label of being a religious person. How often do you see a church member being public about their beliefs? Or when you go to church, you notice a lot of people are always on their phones. I told you I'm not crazy. There's really some comparisons between the side chick and relationships. And if you make God one. Let's keep going. Another site called MadameNoir.com. I don't know if I said that right. But anyway, a way to notice if you're a side chick is that they seem to cancel a lot of your dates. Or whenever you have to cancel, they're not really upset or really don't care at all about if you have to cancel for any kind of date. You might notice a routine in your relationship activities, or that nothing random happens. And most of all, your relationship is almost entirely physical. Now on the God perspective, whenever it comes time to go to church, how many of us end up not going because of things like the weather, or you're just too tired? Or when a certain service gets canceled, that's no big deal to you, right? Because now you can do your own thing. Notice the football up there, guys. Or when you do make it to church services, you're always one of the main peoples involved with praise and worship. But it's a physical activity you do only in the church. Or going to church once a week has become your routine. And there's nothing really extra you do as far as worshiping God. I know this sounds like a stretch, but I'm serious. I mean, if God's the creator of everything and God is love, how come we don't pursue him like we do everything else? The Bible has it as, we are to love God with all thy heart, thy soul, mind, and strength. This is the first commandment Jesus tells us. It also says, seek ye first the kingdom of God, and all these things will be added unto you. When you really sit down and think about all this God has done for us, maybe you'll realize that he should be your center and not just an accessory. So just take some time to think about it. Is God really your side chick to everything else that's going on in your life? Or is he first? Once again, y'all, I'm CJ, and this is Common Insight, finding God's stamp on everyday life. God bless, and y'all be easy.